Everyone, this is Becky with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today I want to show you how you can create a signing layout in Lone Wolf Transact. So what is a signing layout? If you're familiar with DocuSign Rooms, they used to have templates, and now that we're switching over to Lone Wolf Transact, they have what is called a signing layout. It's very similar to what used to be called templates in DocuSign Rooms. Templates are a little bit different in Lone Wolf Transact, so it's a little bit different there, but we do have a signing layout, which is going to be very similar. So if you are looking to access Lone Wolf, I already have it pulled up here, but you can access it in a couple of different ways. We can go to our command. You can access it directly through your opportunity with this Go to Transact button. You can click your name in the top right corner and click Settings and go to Transact directly here. Or you can go directly to your Lone Wolf going to platform.lwolf.com or foundation.lwolf.com. Either one will bring you there. So I went back to my Lone Wolf. Now I went through an opportunity here directly, but we can also, if we just came to Lone Wolf directly, we can select the opportunity or the transaction that we want to use. So I'm going to select this one. Now, reasons you may want to use a signing layout, maybe you have like your disclosures or something like that. There's multiple different reasons you would use a signing layout, and we'll kind of get into that. The example I'm going to use today is a disclosure statement because that is going to be pretty common across the board. Now, obviously, there are different forms for different market centers, different states, different areas, different boards. So your paperwork can vary per market center. So take that with a grain of salt. However, we are going to jump into a disclosure statement just because that will probably be a little bit easier for us to look through. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. I'm just going to go ahead and add it to a signing here. Now we are going to have to start our signing layout in an existing transaction. It can be a demo one that you've created. Otherwise, that is up to you. You can absolutely create a demo one for this purpose. That is totally fine. But we do have to have the parties that would need to fill out that information. That is an important one. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click sign. So we're adding it to a signing here. We'll go ahead and create that signing. Now it's going to bring in that document here. So all of those different fields. And now the first thing we're going to have to do is add participants. So adding participants, I'm just going to add from transaction, and I'm going to add our seller, and I am going to add the listing agent. So I'm going to add, actually, I'm going to leave it at just the seller. That'll make life easier, less complicated here. So I'm going to select them, and then it may ask you to map it with sellers or anything like that with any fields. And you'll notice it tends to just put in the signature boxes through there. So we have some check boxes in here. There may be some comments that are needed. So we can go through and we're going to create a signing layout. So I'm going to go ahead and go to tools right here. And I'm just going to start dragging these fields to where I need them. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a checkbox right where we need it. So we'll go ahead and line that up. And we can go ahead and, or we could actually go with radio choice, which would give us multiple options here. So one of them is going to be required for them to select. So we can go in and add those. So whichever you need to use, whether it's a checkbox or it's going to be a field, we can go in and we can adjust those so we can duplicate them and things like that. So you can go in and fill this out. So we can go in and adjust that. Now, radio, they would be able to toggle between them. We can add a third one to it as well. So it would be required through here. So they can go in and fill that out. So you can, again, choose whichever you'd like, and you would just go through and add those wherever you're needing your checkboxes or your radio buttons. We can also go in and we can make these not required fields. Especially when it comes to our comment boxes and things like that, we can toggle those off. We can save it as our default setting so that when we add more checkboxes, it doesn't automatically have it as a required field. Just save yourself some time here. So you can go in and select those, add those in where you need them. We can go ahead and you can fill that out throughout the entire thing. Then we can go in and we can add our text boxes right here. So we'll go in and we'll add that here so that they can add it in. Now we can go ahead, again, add our check boxes. initial a choice, so you can initial by a choice. There's a ton of different options through here. So we need to delete those really quick. And then we can add those. We can again make it not a required field. So for our other option, things like that. So we can just go in, add those in. I'm just going to go ahead and make it not required, save it as our default settings again. And these are assigned. Notice that it does say that it is assigned to this specific contact. Now, when we are creating the layout, it's going to assign it to that specific role. So we have this person as our seller. So if we create this layout, if we apply it to a different template, it's not going to bring this contact, if we apply the layout to a different transaction, a different form, it's not going to bring in this person. It's just going to assign it to whoever we have as the seller. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll go with that. And then you can go in, just fill this out however you need. And then we'll go through. Once we have everywhere that we need, I'm just going to leave it at just a couple. I do want to show you one more with a text line. You can also edit it to make it multi-line so that they can add text through here. And it will be a text box that they can make multiple lines in. So you can go in and do those and fill those out however you need to. Once you have all of the fields that you need, we're going to go to this layouts button on the right hand side, and we're going to click this layout options drop down. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click create layouts. We can also apply layouts later on. I'm going to say create layouts, and then it's going to link it to this specific document. So when we add this document in, it's going to give us this layout. Now we can go in and we can say pre-filled fields. You can change your layout name however you need to. I'm going to go ahead and click create. And so it's created that layout for us. Now I'm going to show you what that does here in a minute. We can also click our layout options and manage the layouts to modify them or delete them. And then I'm going to go back. I'm going to go into another transaction. Sorry, I called that a room here. And so I'm going to go into here. And then I'm going to go in and add the paperwork. I'm going to add the same document we had. Order statement. Let's find it. There we go. So I'm going to add that one in. Now, when I go in to create another signing, I'm going to go ahead and click sign. And we'll go ahead and create that. And then we can go over to our layouts and we can click layout options. Oh, sorry about that. We actually have to add our signers first. So we'll add our participant, add from transaction, and I'm going to add our seller. So we'll select them and then we will go to layouts. Now we have the options and we can apply our layout. We can select here and select the one from all of our layouts here. So we can select that one, assign our signature layout, and you'll notice all of those documents went in there. It applied it to be for our specific signer who is the seller. So it goes ahead and it adds in those fields, and you can do that for all of the forms that you need it for so that you can just automatically add all of those fields without having to add them again each time. If you have any questions or if you run into any snags with any of this, please feel free to reach out to us via email. Our email is support@scottleroymarketing.com. We are always here to help out. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.